without further ado, we have the legend, the GOAT, the freaking man, Curtis. This call is being recorded, Jaques, right? He is a beast at selling Cutco, not just in malls, but in every aspect. Multi-silver cups. I mean, I don't know how many millions of dollars in sales you are, but it's way up there. I think you're probably close to 10, right? I mean, you're somewhere up there. And as he said, he's at 50K for his mall, and he personally has sold over 30,000 in just what 4 days. So clearly knows how to sell at a mall, and I'm excited to hear his pro mall tips. And I hope you guys are. And without further ado, Mr. Curtis Jaques.
Hello, hello. I'm excited for you guys. Just hearing these numbers and hearing what you guys are doing. We get excited for them all. I usually work the last 2 weeks of them all because that's the most exciting time. But what I've noticed is that people have already been walking around the mall for the last couple weeks, and they've already spotted Cutco. They already know that we're there. They already know that we have a product there. Which should get you guys excited, because if they already know that we're there, that means that they're just waiting to pounce. Okay. And it's interesting because we see people walk by our booth like 4 or 5 times, and then like towards the end, like this weekend or next week, all of a sudden they stop and then they buy a crap ton of Cutco, right? So just be excited about that. Don't worry about like where you're at now, because the numbers are coming. First thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, credibility. I think that this is something that we do not talk about at all with the mall program. And this is something that is huge for you to have those results that you're looking for. And when I talk about credibility, a lot of times when people walk by the booths, they think kiosk, and they don't like kiosk people at all, which I don't blame them, because me going to get an iced tea every day, the guy with the facial cream stops me and hey, and I'm like, listen, dude, I work here, like stop handing me that, right? We are professional, okay? And that's what stands out different between all the other kiosks. Okay, we're not hawking our product. Now you can say hello, you can say hi, how are you? Are you familiar with Cutco? I think that's very important for you to start your conversation like that, but don't be hawking or anything like that. When you're standing there and you're being professional, customers are like, wow, this is a different kiosk. Like, they didn't try to attack me. They didn't try to do anything, right? And that is a testament to our credibility of who we are, right? And I have written here is that when you talk about credibility with the customer, what you need to do is you need to tell them why we're there, right? You probably noticed that we're not a normal kiosk, right? Make sure you say that to your customer, because they're going to go, yeah, you guys don't look like you fit in here. No, we're actually the #1 product that is requested to be brought into the mall at this time of the year, right? When you say that to a customer, your credibility goes way up, and you go, we're high end, not low end. We don't have to be like the other kiosks that are selling their tchotchkes and trinkets. We want the right type of people coming up to our booth, because they know that we're high end and they know the value of what we're trying to sell them, right? When you do this, you also slow down that customer. It's very important that when you're at the mall, you learn how to slow people down, because as you guys know, when they're in the mall, they're in that mall and they're trying to get that one thing, or they're going to that one store and they have tunnel vision. And what we're doing is we're trying to stop them, slow them down, and then let them breathe. And then that's where we go in with the attack. Okay. And when I say attack, that just means showing them our product and telling them and explaining what we're doing. Okay. We're not a normal kiosk. We are the #1 requested product to be brought into the mall at this time of the year. Okay. The next thing is, the discounts and products that we have available here at the booth are exclusive to this mall, right? The products and the discounts that we have are exclusive to this mall. It's very important to make them feel good that they're at this mall. Now, if they're that customer that goes from one mall to the next mall to the next mall, it goes right on par, because they're going to deal with a different representative at different malls. Does that make sense? So that rep obviously channels differently or introduces things differently as well. Also, to slow down people and give them credibility, we have the new products on hand, right? We have them there so that they can see them, touch them, feel them. They're the first people to actually get to see them and touch them. You know, this is something at State Fair of Texas, people come up and they go, hey, what's the new item? Right. And we're like, oh, it's this, 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 and this, right? You guys are the first ones to touch them, have them on hand, right? So make it clear to them at the mall that that's also there. Also, what I do is I encourage you guys to send out a text message to your clients and tell them that we have a mall location, right? I just sent out a text message to my customer saying, hey, we have a new mall location, right? It could be a new mall location. It could be a new place in the mall. It could be whatever. But what you want to do is you want to put on your text message, we have a new mall display at blank mall, and we have products on hand, and I'd love to see you there, right? By me sending out that text message, literally on Sunday, I had a line of my past customers that were just standing there and they were like, okay, Curtis, we're ready. We want this, 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 and that. We need this, this, and that. Okay. And it's all from a text message telling them that we're at the mall. Okay. Now, when it comes to engagement at the mall, if you see someone, look at them, have fun with them. Okay. I see you looking. It's okay. We don't bite. Come on over. You know you want it, right? Have fun with your clients when it's at the mall, okay? Because you don't want to sound like a normal kiosk person. You don't want to be like, hey, hey, hey. It's just, we see you. It's all right. Come on over. Check it out. You like shiny things? We got them, right? And it makes customers very excited about it. Also, what I would tell you to do, encourage you, stand there and polish your knives. Okay. Sit there and polish them because people always are curious about what people are doing. And then what I would do is I'd stall people. Okay. If you get a tire kicker or someone that's not normal, or at your booth that you know is not going to do anything, just keep them around, engage them, have a conversation with them. Maybe it's the mall walker. Stop that mall walker. You guys know who that is, right? I always stop them and I said, so have you seen anything at the mall? Or keep me in the loop. If there's any tea, let me know if someone gets, arrested. Let me know if you see something that's crazy. Once you get to know those mall people, they will stop and they'll have conversation with you. And it's like a moth to the flame, right? Once there's one person there, everybody wants to be at our booth, right? And I love it because the mall walkers are the ones that usually bring me the best customers, right? Because they're usually like, oh yeah, did you hear down at Apple Store? And then everybody's like, what's going on? They're like really into this, okay? And what I'm noticing is that you guys got to realize that right now at the malls is impulse buy at an all-time high, okay? And if you guys know what that means people are just spending money to spend money, okay? And what you need to do is you need to act upon that impulse. And I have written here, ask them key questions to get bigger orders and more items on there, okay? When you have someone that's at the booth and they're buying, next question you should say, are you buying for this person or are there other people on your list that might also like Cutco, right? Are you only buying for this person or are there other people on your list that might want Cutco as well? Very important that you say that. Another thing too, tell them, have you ever thought about buying for so-and-so, right? Like a husband or a dude. Because I always say this is like, I've never met a man that has gotten a knife as a gift and they hated it. This is the perfect gift to give to any guy that's on your list, right? Other thing, impulse. Are you sure that's all you want? Because if you add on blank, you get an even bigger discount, right? I've always had it where customers like, what's your deal? Okay, well, we have a 5-piece special. You get that customer looking at that 5-piece special. And they're like, okay, I'll take it. Now, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you this, but if you bought one more item, you get an even bigger discount, right? And then the customer's like, okay, right? That impulse immediately comes in. Next thing I have here is that if they get that one thing, don't stop there, keep going, right? Keep going until they're like, no, 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 I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, right? Also, when you're looking at people that are looking for a set of knives for a family member, okay, is there a budget that you're looking to stay in? Okay, this is something that you hear a lot of people say, budget, 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 right? Don't say budget. You need to say, is there a price that you're trying to stay at? Okay, if they say, yeah, I'm trying to keep it in the $200 range, okay, you know what to do at that moment. Find something in that range, okay? If they go, oh, I'm just looking for a set, you know, I can spend up to $400, $500, $600, right? Maximize all of that $400 or $500, okay? Don't be afraid of that. If they say, well, the max that I can do is about 500, show them a package that's 550, 560, 580, right? And let them know the value of that 580 is going to be better than if they spent 490, right? And they're going to get something extra. Last thing I have here, most of you guys have marketing product, right? Or you have access to marketing product. Utilize that as a key incentive for customers to buy more, right? So if you get that customer that's looking at a 5-piece, or they're looking at that set that's $500, $560, and they go, okay, let's do that. Awesome. Now, I just want to let you know, since you're buying that, I'm going to do something extra special for you that you didn't even know. And they're like, what's that? Because you're here at the mall, I'm going to give you an extra free peeler, free can opener, whatever, right? And then they're going to go, really? You're going to do that for me? And I was like, yeah. Is there anything else that you might want for yourself? So I can give you even bigger discounts. So the whole thing is you're just keep going until that they say no, right? I've had it multiple times where a lady said, oh, I want to stay in that $600 budget or $600 price range. I'm like, okay. So I show her, you know, the showstopper with a pair of shears. Obviously, you know, it was $575. And then she was all like, well, and I'm like, it's $575. I was all like, they're getting the shears too. And she's like, okay, fine. And then I'm like, now you do know just for a few $100s more, you can get them this set, right? And then she's like, yeah, but that'll be over my budget. And I was all like, yeah, but in the long run, it's worth it being over the budget, right? You want them to have those table knives. You want them to have that. And she's like, yeah, I guess so. And then next thing you know, the lady's buying $1,700 of the Cutco at the booth, right? So don't let that one gift stop from you hitting that freight train of impulse. Cool? So things that I wanted to bring up, credibility of the show, making sure that you're engaging people properly, and then also strategize with that customer on what else they can buy and who else they can buy for.
Wow, that was fire. W's in the chat, round of applause, fire emojis, everything. Give Curtis some love. That was amazing. I don't know if you guys got some nuggets, but I definitely did. I mean, that is it. That's what we asked him for. So thank you, Curtis. We have time for like one or two just absolutely fire questions. If anybody has some, feel free to unmute yourself and ask away.
Curtis, I have a question. You're so
Yeah.
good at this. So let's say, okay, you show them a few options, you're mid-pitch, and then they're just like, you know what? I think I want to grab it. I'm just gonna go run to this other store real quick, and then I'll be right back. Like, how do you create the urgency to just go ahead and pull the trigger instead of letting them feedback you basically, or just try to get away with the smoke screen objection?
Yeah, so the most powerful thing at a mall is, hey, it's only while supplies last. And I'm just letting you know that you're here now. You might go to that store and come back and it'll be gone. Okay. And the customer's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, we sell that fast. I'm just being honest with you. Whatever store you're about to go to, that product's going to be still standing there because they have lots of those on the shelf. So like, whereas this, we don't have that much on hand, and we don't have it on. You get what I'm saying? And I said we only have a limited supply that we have, especially at the discount that I'm showing. And the customer's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. So since you're here, this is what you told me you like. This is what you want. You might as well take 2 seconds to write it up. Literally, I already have it on the app. I already told you the price. All I have to do is get your name and info and you're on your way. It's that simple. And then what I do is I give a third party or third person story. I don't want you to be the guy that says you're going to come back, and then you come back and some lady came up here and bought 5 of those. And then they're going to go, what? And I'm like, literally, this happens every year. I was all like, and I don't want you to be that guy that has your mind made up that that's the gift that you want to give. And then you come back and I have to be the bad guy and tell you that you missed out because you should have bought it when you were here. And I was all like, we get super busy and we only have so much. Does that kind of help you, Calvin? So I use that as the limiting thing. Now, let's say they're buying a set of knives. Yeah, it's unlimited. We can ship it to them. Okay. But they don't need to know that. Right? We only have so many of those specials available for us to sell at the booth, which is true, right? Because it's a limited time, a limited quantity. So that's what I do when it comes to that person. And then sometimes I do my famous let go. You know what I mean? I totally understand. I totally get it. I want you to buy this gift because you know that it's the right gift to give. I mean, we are American made. We are guaranteed. We're the last knife that person's ever going to have to use or buy or ever have to sharpen as well. And I don't want you to buy our product just to buy our product. I want you to buy our product because you know that it's the best product. I totally get it. It might be out of your price range or it might not be the right gift. And I don't want to push you into it. You just came up to my kiosk or my booth and you asked me, and I'm trying to give you the best deal. And I don't want to pressure you into something that you're going to feel obligated or feel bad about. Right? And we know what that is. That's reverse psychology. Okay? Because they're going to sit there and like, yeah, I did come up here. Yes, I did tell him that I wanted that. And then that's why I say, you told me that this is what you wanted to get for that person. I'm just trying to make your Christmas shopping that much easier. And I don't want you to leave here and be so stressed out because you still don't have the gift for that person. That's why they call us a one-stop shop here, because literally you could shop for everybody on your list right here. And no matter what you give to those people of Cutco, they're going to be way more excited and more enthusiastic about this gift than anything else that you're going to buy on a rack somewhere else that they might wear once in a while or they'll have for a little bit. This is something they're going to have 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. So think about that when you're doing your shopping. Is this something they're going to use daily? Is this something that they're going to want? Is this something they're going to have forever? And the customer just stands there and like, okay, fine, let's just do it. Does that help?
Wow.
I don't know
That
if
was
people
fire.
realize how good that was.
All
That's
right,
so
well, we
fire,
are-
bro.
So
So
many.
fire. Nice
Unfortunately,
when
we
you
don't
have the product
time.
on hand too.
It does. And that one thing I want to let you guys know, don't worry about what is in your consignment box. Okay. I see that a lot where reps will just go, okay, I only have 2 of these left, 1 of these left, 1 of those left. And what they'll do is they'll dance around someone that wants something different than what's in that box. Okay. You still own it. You still sell them everything. And the thing that's great about it is that we literally have free shipping until the 18th or 19th of the month. Okay. There's no reason why you can't sell them whatever they want. And don't worry about what's in that box. Okay. We tell them a limited time because we don't know how much is in that box, right? We don't care what is in that box. We're going to sell you whatever it is. But the thing that's nice about it is that you better buy it now because who knows, we might be sold out. And then if you go in that box and it is sold out, you go, oh, it is sold out, but it's okay. I'll have it next day shipped, or I'll have it 2 days shipped, or I'll have it to you by Friday and you're going to love it.
Wow. Thank you, Curtis. That was fire. Once again, round of applause. W's in the chat, fire emojis, everything. That was the best objection handle I've ever heard to that. I feel like I should buy some Cutco from my mall at Curtis, or from Curtis at a mall.